EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5.
Well, now how about this return?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mills looking to the air right away.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They go play action. Mills. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Mills on 3rd and 2. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Mills to the air again. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and goal, Mills.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Open man, it's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Still on his feet. Inside the 10.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected.
one thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Metcalf. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Burrow. Flush to his right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st down, Metcalf. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Bengals at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal 1st. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mills. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
First down, Mills. Eluding the pressure right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw is Mills. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. With that one into the hands of Beckham downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mills. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. On third down, here's Mills. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Bowden, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It's brought in by Harris. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Mills throw complete there to Beckham. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mills now. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll toss to Harris. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play fake, Mills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back. 1st down. Here's Burrow. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this 1st half of football so far. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Now Mills. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Fryermuth, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From midfield now, Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now it's Burrow. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the 1 o'clock games, the one that catches the eye happens in Big D at AT&T Stadium, a tough test for the Cowboys as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Mills on first down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. This is Harris on the draw. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They run again with Harris. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly they get to the line. Now Burrow on first down. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. To the air again, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10 now. Burrow. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now they send the tight end in motion left. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need...
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mills. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Mills. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Mills. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looked like a pretty good safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll get this to about the 38.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Burrow will throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 31 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
They'll look to throw. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The pickup of 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night match. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. From the 25 on 2nd down, Mills. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Now Mills.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Chandler Jones, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down. Here's Burrow.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Metcalf, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try to make a big.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Holding, offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
The offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Here's Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 59 yards.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time, and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Now a give, right side. Metcalf. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Now Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. Entire game is down to the next snap.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This for the lead in the final stages. McPherson's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Steelers down by 1. At time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Mills back to throw. Able to hook up here with Ridley. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Now Mills. Over the middle. That's caught by Claypool.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
Down right around the 25. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates announces they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now all the focus, it shifts to the Bengals. Trailing by 2 after the made field goal. 44 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down. Every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football, because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway.